Okay, so what happens if I buy a house on seller finance or I take over their payments, Subto, but the seller wants to buy another house, but they have already maxed out their VA entitlement, or the house that I want to buy, they use an FHA loan. So this is a situation that I come across all the time because I focus on buying this type of houses where I want to buy them on seller finance, take over the payments, do wraps, do lease options. This is a situation I hear a lot in the Subto community where all we focus on is do this type of transactions. So what happens, right? Can the seller buy another house? So I actually have a solution for that. And I am also going to share with you a conversation I had with an agent where I go over this, how we can help the seller. And yeah, that is basically it. So again, for the people that are hearing this for the first time, you're going to be like, what the hell? What did you just say? So again, situation number one, I buy a house. Here is the seller. I buy this house on seller finance or take over the payments, the existing loan payments, known as Subto. But this seller has a VA loan on it. And they already used all their VA. They already use all their VA entitlement. So since they already use all their VA entitlement, they won't be able to purchase the next house zero down. So that's the idea with their VA. There is something called second tier entitlement. I actually made a bit about this. I'm gonna put it right here, where I go over how can a seller buy their next house using second tier entitlement, meaning if they are already using VA entitlement on one house, how can they buy their next house zero down, which is the idea. So, but what happens if they already maxed out their VA entitlement? How can they buy the next house? So that's the first situation, which I'm gonna answer at the end of the video. You will see that during my call, I will answer that. And the second situation is, again, we have a seller. Here is their house. But instead of having a VA loan on the house, they have an FHA loan. So they are like, hey, my seller bought this house on an FHA. They are looking to get or buy their next house with an FHA loan, meaning they also want to get and buy their next house with a down payment of around 3.5%. So how can my seller buy another house like this? I have the answer to that. So that is all. And let me know what you guys think. And I will see you on the next one. Hope you enjoy the conversation with the agent. Let me know what you guys think. Bye.
This is Kim.
Hey, Kim, this is Toño. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, Kim, I'm calling about the house on... Wait, I was looking at it. Alpenglow.
Yes. What can I tell you about it? I just lowered it.
You just lowered it. Nice. How is it going? Are you getting offers or it's been slow?
It's been a little slow right now. Are you an agent? Do you have somebody that might be interested?
I'm not. I'm an investor. I actually bought a house mid-November in Humboldt. I think it's like, I was looking at the map, like maybe like 3 minutes away from the house that I bought. And yeah, it would be cool if I can buy another one. I mean, I do a mix of everything. I do rentals. We have a fix and flip in Katy. I also do lending. So yeah, but I mean, I love this house.
Well, it's a beautiful house. The owner is an interior designer. So it's just really great shape. I just lowered it to $639.9.
I can see. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's they have a VA loan, which is a low rate. It's transferable, but only to another veteran, so that may not be the right fit. You said you haven't seen it yet?
No, I haven't seen it. Like if I were to buy it, would it come furnished or is already empty?
No, it's already empty. Unfortunately,
nice.
She moved her things out. I think that's why it hasn't sold, because it's empty.
Because I was looking at the pictures, and I mean, everything looks so nice. Like I can see that the owner was you said designer.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
you can tell.
everything.
yeah. But it's really a beautiful house. I mean, they took really good care of it, so it just doesn't have all the stuff in it now. But
It's okay.
the house itself's in great shape.
When they built in 2020. Now about the VA, what's the interest rate? I mean, I can see 2.6%, which is nice.
Right, but it only is he wants to maintain his eligibility, VA eligibility, so it would only be transferable to another VA loan.
Okay. Now, so it sounds like he already moved out, right, from this house.
Right.
Is he looking to buy another house, like, and use the VA entitlement?
They've yes, yes, they want to. They have another home that they're in, but they want to buy another home.
They want to buy another one. Oh wow! Like use it as an investment, or what are their plans?
Yeah, the other house that they're living in is an investment house that they own, and they're just in it temporarily until this one sells, and then they're going to transfer over to their VA.
Another VA. Makes sense. Have they thought about renting this one out? I mean, it's beautiful. It's a 5-bedroom, or what's that? 4, 5.
Yeah, no, I've asked, and we've had a couple people ask to rent it. They don't want to rent it. They really want to sell it and just be done, move on with it, and get their equity out of it.
Because here is what is interesting. The house on Humble, it was a lower price point. I bought it for $420. But here's the thing, they owe, it was also a VA, it's a 3.25% interest rate, which is also nice. They owed on that one $390. So as you can see, they were like underwater. So what I did in that situation is I came in, it was on the market like for 5 months. They just kept getting like below what they owe on the loan. So it didn't make sense. So what I did on that one is I came in, I gave the seller $2,500. I paid for the listing side of the commission, and I just took over the VA payments. Now, since they were looking to downsize, they had a remaining entitlement that they can use. So I held them. I have a lender that specializes on VAs, and we helped them buy their next house using the second tier entitlement. Okay. Now on this house, this is a higher price point, so I imagine they don't have a lot of entitlement they can use to purchase another house.
Exactly.
But I mean,
that's the problem. Because I've had clients do that as well, but with this one at that price point, they would have that flexibility.
Yeah, they have like, I think it's like 760,000. I mean, depending on the county, like if they buy in California, they will have a higher entitlement.
Yeah, I think it's 760 here.
760, the average.
That's what I've always heard. It used to be 740 and they went up.
Yeah. Would it make sense? I mean, I know that it wouldn't be like use me as your back pocket offer. Like, can I at least send you like a soft offer of what I'm looking to like do? Like the type of transaction, and I just have it there just in case.
Sure. I know what their VA payoff is. What are you thinking price wise?
No, I mean, I would come in if I do something like that where your clients let me take over their payments. I mean, what I see, the value that I see on this house, I mean, obviously the house is beautiful, but also what is really valuable is their interest rate. So me as an investor, what is really valuable is to take over that interest rate. So for example, in this situation, what I would do, I'm just telling you like general idea. Again, like I will come in at the 639,900, and then whatever they owe, let's say, do you have an idea of how much they owe on the loan?
Mid 5.
Mid 5. So 550, something like that. Okay, so in that situation, I would take over the VA loan at 550,000, and I can pay them their remaining equity, depending on how much I can cash flow on it.
Right.
But that's basically it. I mean, it's actually really simple.
Yeah, it's a really good offer. That's your eligibility.
That's the only thing. I mean, sometimes it's like when I do it on lower price points. I have another one in Orlando that we bought. That was 350 price point, and then we help also the seller get another VA loan with the remaining entitlement. But I mean, on this one is still nice because I mean, what makes it more simple is that they already bought their next house.
Right. Well, it's a little difficult because it's a divorce situation.
Ooh,
so
okay.
I'm complicating it for you a little more. Yeah.
Okay.
So the wife has the rental house that she's living in. The husband has has a situation where he's waiting to purchase another house. So there's really going to be two houses that they're going to need. And he's going to be using the VA entitlement.
Is the husband is the one that is looking to buy another house, or the wife?
Yeah.
The husband. So I have another idea. I haven't done it, but what I can do, I am on a real estate community where all they do is this type of transactions that I'm telling you, like seller finance, takeover payments, wraps, you name it.
Right.
What is the husband looking to buy the next house? Or you haven't like okay.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him about that.
Because what I can do is, I mean, again, like use it as a last option. Like I can help them find. I can go back to my network of investors that have these houses for sale, like seller finance, takeover payments, and he doesn't have to use his. He doesn't even have to get a loan to buy a house like this. He just takes over the payments or buys a house on seller finance, and he can still get like a lower interest rate.
Right. Well, seller financing is usually over. My experience is it's usually higher.
What do you mean, like the interest rates?
Yeah, all the ones down here, unless you have people that might have something, more in line with it.
Oh my God, I have seen every like crazy, like every. I've seen also like hybrids where parties take over payments, parties seller finance, and I've seen like interest rates on the the seller carryback of 0%. So I mean, there is like a mix of everything.
We're seeing it higher. We're seeing it'd be 7.5 for a regular rate on the market, and then seller financing they're doing like 8.5. They're doing almost a point higher from what I've seen. Yeah, it just doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Doesn't make sense. No.
We just don't do them very often. So maybe you need to come in here and teach a class on seller financing.
No, I mean that's the idea I had. I can be like, hey, like tell like, hey, I talked to this investor. His name is Toño. My name is Toño, by the way.
Yeah.
And you can be like, hey, where are you looking to buy another house? He can maybe send us like investment opportunities, or even like for him to live in those, and I can send them your way. You just tell me the area that he's looking to buy, and we can do it. Okay.
Can you do me a favor and send me an email with your information?
Of course.
And I will. I'll talk to them about it and see if it's something that they're interested in.
Yeah.
I know they're motivated to sell, and it is a great house, and definitely at that interest rate, it would be great if somebody could pick it up.
Yeah. What I can do, let's do this. Let me send you later today, because I have other like properties we are looking at. Maybe like tonight, just like a video. Also, I like to do that because you can see me, just an overview or just the idea of what we're looking to do. You can show it to him if you want and go from there. Let's see what happens.
Okay. That sounds great. I'll be looking for it. Send it on over. You got my email, kim@kimbizino.com.
Can you please text it to me? I'm pretty bad with
absolutely. I'll text it to this number.
All right, Kim, let's do it. Thank you. Talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Wow, what a great call, guys. So it's time to do a little bit of whiteboard. So for this house, I mean, this is a higher price point. I need to see, but I mean, it looks like it's in a nice area. So, I mean, we can also rent it for pretty high, right? So right now the price point, let me do this. So it's a VA at 2.6% interest rate. So that's insane. So right now the purchase price is, let me change the color. Oh, what happened? Is 639,900. She told me that she owes on the VA 550, right? So as you can see, they don't have a lot of equity in the house. So if they receive an offer at like 600,000, they would get zero in their pocket, and it's a divorce situation. Oh my God, I'm sorry if like I don't know if it's with an S or with a C. I apologize for that. And So the situation here is that the price point is pretty high. So maybe they don't have a lot of entitlement. Oh, let me do this. Wait. They don't have a lot of entitlement, remaining entitlement that they can use to purchase the next house, right? That is called second tier VA entitlement. I have made a video about this before. You can go to my YouTube channel and I think you can search for, let me look it up real quick. What's the name? Just put like mirror wrap, like VA on a mirror wrap, and you will find it. Let me look it up real quick. What's the name of that video? I made it a long time ago. It's called Calculating VA Entitlement After a Subject to Mirror Wrap Sale. So that's like a deep dive on how to calculate second tier entitlement, depending on where they are buying. Like, it's a really nice video. A little bit long, but like tons of value in there. So the idea that I have is, okay, maybe he wants to get his entitlement back. I completely understand. But maybe he also doesn't want to pay to sell this house, right? So maybe they are just not receiving what they want. It's been on the market for, I think, 90 days. Yeah, almost 100 days, 96. So my idea that I have with her is, hey, let's see if I can take over that payment. I can maybe go to the Subto community. Let's ask his buyer, his seller, the seller, where is he looking to buy his next house? So let's say he tells me, I don't know, Houston, San Antonio, Dallas. I can go to the Subto community and say, hey, I have a buyer that is looking to buy creative finance transactions. Seller finance, take over payments, maybe a hybrid. So I'm sure we are going to be able to find him a good house. Just depends on the area, right? So that's what I'm thinking. Let me know what you guys think of this conversation.